With us now is John Butera. Welcome to the show, John. How are you?
Very good. Thank you for having me.
Good. Now, why did you decide to help John out on this endeavor?
Well, I think it's a great cause. I mean, Laughter Saves Lives is an awesome organization that John runs. And I've done many shows with him in the past, and he's done shows with me as well. And I just think it's great. And to be here in this great arena at the Bethpage Museum of the American Armory it's awesome. I mean, all these tanks, everything, and all the money and stuff that's being raised, and it's going to such a worthwhile cause that I think anytime you can be part of something like this, especially with people like Chris Roach and Joe Piscopo who are on the show as well, it's just an amazing night.
And have you worked with Chris before?
I have. I've worked with Chris a number of times. This is the first time I'm ever working with Joe, and I met him. He's a very nice guy, and I think it's fantastic that he's willing to come out and do work like this to help such a, like I said, a worthwhile organization.
I didn't even ask him his days at Saturday Night Live,
Right.
but everybody loves Joe Piscopo. How can you not love Joe?
Well, he's in one of my favorite cult classic movies, Johnny Dangerously, and I'm really holding my tongue tight not to say, his lines from the movie and things like that. I've done a good job so far.
There you go. And your type of humor, you said it's self-deprecation.
Yeah, I mean, I make fun of myself for being overweight and getting older, and when you can laugh at yourself, I think it's always a good way to do comedy, because if you're laughing at yourself, then the crowd, they know they can laugh at you as well.
Excellent. So I'm going to go help you scout out anybody that I think might be overweight so you can pick on them. No,
I think there's a couple of them here tonight.
Well, they're feeding. Did you see what they're feeding people? It
I
looks
know.
so delicious.
Literally, this is like
They
a
got
mess hall.
steak. I know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great night. Anything in particular that you're looking forward to this year? Anything exciting coming up for you?
As far as working, I just worked at the at Caesars down in Atlantic City, at the Atlantic City Comedy Club, and that was a great venue. But I just love doing comedy. It's a great way. I used to own a restaurant. I sold that to focus on doing comedy full time, and every day, every week, I run into new people and working new arenas and new places like that, new comedy clubs, and I just love the people I work with, and getting to make people laugh and having that be your lifestyle is it's something great.
Yeah, it is intoxicatingly delicious, isn't it? I know there's nothing better than laughter. Well, break a leg. I told Joe the same thing. I told him to break two, so I'll tell you the same thing. Break 2 legs.
Great. I'm going to bring a wheelchair on stage, but that's fine.
And would you give me a cookie?
Absolutely.
Excellent. There's a black and white cookie right there. It's got my name on it.
You got it.
All right, stay tuned for more on Live It Up.
Hey, Joe Piscopo live on Long Island. It takes a lot for me to leave New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So this is a great cause. Look at this. This is beautiful. Laughter Saves Lives, helping out the FDNY and other great organizations. This is celebrating the United States military. So I have to tell you, I have a fondness for this gentleman, Richard Sochi, because he was born in Italy, flew in the United States Army Air Corps, where my dad was a part of that. He was in the 15th, I believe. You were in the 8th in England.
In the 8th in England, yeah.
He's got an amazing story. Thanks for taking the time. We got a big night. But you are a true American hero, brother. I got to tell you something. So he flew 34 missions. You got shot down over Germany?
On the 34th, yes.
What were you flying? What was the aircraft?
B-17 Flying Fortress.
You were the guy down in the belly of
The belly, ball turret.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you had fighters? You had the Luftwaffe, the German fighters?
We didn't have them that day, but the flak was enough.
From the ground.
Yeah, from the ground.
So you got hit?
Yes, we got hit and lost 3 engines.
So what happened, man?
Well, 6 of us bailed out, and 4 crash landed with the plane.
You jumped out of the plane.
I jumped out.
You made it.
Then I landed, and the civilians with rifles greeted me down on the ground. They didn't know who we were. So until they realized that we were Americans. But a little scary, Americano, Americano.
And you couldn't even speak English when you came to America.
No, not a word.
But you went on to fight for the United States of America and the United States Army Air Corps.
Quit high school, and I went.
God bless you. And what was your rank again?
Staff sergeant.
Sergeant, thanks, man.
But I had my oldest brother was in Rome working for the Germans. Would you believe that?
Because of Mussolini.
Yeah. Well, I went to school in Italy until I was 11. Mussolini's picture on the wall. Black shirts doing close water drill.
And your brother got sucked in all of that, right?
Well, he was the oldest, so he was left there, and my sister was left there with 3 children.
You know what, Sergeant, thanks for your service to the United States of America. I know my daddy would be proud I'm talking to you. God bless you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Oh, thank you. you.
I enjoy seeing you on TV all the time.
Thank you, Richard. God bless you. That's a true American hero right there from the United States Army Air Corps in the Second World War. Pretty amazing. God bless America, brother.
Up next on Live It Up, it's John. How are you, John?
Good. How are you, Donna?
Good. One of the things that is really important about tonight is that it celebrates patriotism.
Yes.
Why did you decide to start this?
Well, the foundation was started in memory of my buddies that were lost on 9/11. We do comedy shows. We raise money in their memory as a way to remember them, make people laugh, and raise money for different charities. So every year we had what I call an almost gala, because we're not too snooty. It's not a fancy thing, kind of in between. But this year we stepped it up a notch, and we decided to go out of the golf club and into the museum, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful. They've got actual authentic tanks here. They've got armored vehicles, all types of stuff. And you're looking really dapper.
Well,
so
thank you.
where did you get your fine threads?
I got them in an Army-Navy store the other day. Me and Pat Marone went over there, me and Patty, and we picked some stuff out. But what's really cool about tonight, we have 2 World War II vets here that we're going to honor. And also my dad's here, who just missed World War II, but he's going to go up there and say a few words about our comedy show we do every month at St. Albans Veterans Hospital, a free show every month.
Now, the purpose of this show really is to empower people to celebrate the essence of life. And you're making people laugh, but the money's going to various good causes, right?
Yes.
How have you seen a difference in what's been happening with your brand?
With Laughter Saves Lives, we're getting bigger. We're helping more people, but the bottom line is it's not all about the money. It's about going into, like we just came back from Texas, and there was a firefighter who was electrocuted out there 3 years ago. Kind of forgotten, can't work anymore. We went out there as members of the FDNY and went out and did a show for him. His family was in the room. We raised a few bucks, but the love was there. And he left there feeling, you know what? He was feeling better when he left, you know?
Now, if people wanted to book your group, how can they find you?
LaughterSavesLives.org.
Okay. And who's on the lineup tonight?
Oh,
Wait, are you doing stand-up comedy?
Of course I am. I'm very funny. We also
Wait.
have.
He is. He's funny looking.
It's funny looking. That's part of it. We have our headliner is Chris Roach. He's on the new Kevin James sitcom. We also have John Consoli, John Santo. Oh my God, I'm going to forget somebody. John Larocchia, Isaac and Baker, John Butera. We have a nice. Everybody wanted
Amy
a part
Freeze.
of the show. Amy Freeze is not doing comedy.
No, but she's here.
She's here, and she's going to honor one of the vets.
Joe Piscopo.
Joe Piscopo's here.
Yeah.
He's going to croon. He's going to sing a few songs for us.
Really?
Yeah.
Some enchanted evening.
I
That's
don't know what
honor.
he's singing.
I
I
don't know.
think-
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
And what's the grub? I see all these people in chef's hats. You're feeding these
Well,
people tonight?
World War II style. The people are going to be yelled and screamed at like you're in the field. So they're going to really enjoy it. We have some trays. We're going to be slopping it on there. It's going to be a fun night.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. All right,
Thanks,
stay
Donna.
tuned for more on Live It Up. Okay. Hey, Joe, how are you tonight?
Hey, so nice to see you. We have mutual friends.
Yes.
Ozzie Smith.
Yeah.
The Wizard, man.
The
You're
Wizard
you're
of
from
Oz.
St. Louis originally?
Yeah. How about you? Where are you
Excuse
from?
me. So tell me about St. Louis. Hi, how are you? Oh,
Hi.
sorry, I'm taking
Well,
you off.
home of the arch. It's 630 feet tall.
You did the scoreboard with St. Louis?
I did.
Oh, that's great. That's how you do Ozzie?
That's how I know Ozzy.
crazy.
You're so
I'm
cute.
sorry.
No, you're so funny.
Big
You know what
Ozzy.
it is? It happens to me too. Like being on the other side of the mic isn't always so easy. You got your radio show going. You got all kinds of stuff going. You're hosting everything. What are you doing for us tonight? I heard you're singing.
Yeah, we're going to do some bits,
Okay.
and have some fun. So I'm going to do a couple tunes, but anything that has to do with the United States military, I try to give as much as I can. So Johnny Larocchia, FDNY's finest, and Bush Seltzer, my guys, they said, Joe, would you come in? And we'll bring some folks in, and it's virtually sold out. And they're raising money for Laughter Saves Lives, which helps out FDNY and the United States military. And I'm proud Amy Freeze is here from ABC, so I'm just happy and proud to be here.
And have you worked with Chris Roach before?
Yeah, no, I'm very excited because I'm a big Kevin James. I worked with Kevin at the Rollins Gold Glove Awards. Kevin was there.
Okay.
So this is great that, he's from Kevin Can Wait. So it's all good. And meeting some of these warriors in their 90s, man. That was my father. And I met one guy here, Richard Sachi. He was in the 8th United States Army Air Corps Division. My father was in the 15th. Is that the wildest thing? I know. I said, wait, that was before the Air Force, the United States Army Air Corps. And it's great that you're here, by the way, because I don't think people understand how much these warriors gave during the Second World War. It wasn't like today.
No, we're so lucky. I mean, I grew up singing in a patriotic singing group.
Oh.
Sang songs from the 30s to the 70s, did a patriotic finale. I'm a huge flag waver, you know, and I really am thankful for our freedom. And that's why I'm here tonight. And I know that's why you're here tonight, too.
Exactly right.
It's going to be an amazing night. And look how big that beautiful American flag is. It can't get better than that. So now your dad, so he was a veteran. And is that what instilled you being philanthropic as a kid? Like, why did you decide to be philanthropic?
That's a great question. My father taught me to be a patriot, taught me how to respect and appreciate the United States of America. And my grandparents, they fought to be an American in Italian with the accent. You're American, you're American. That's all they said. And then you see, there's an Italian gentleman here that I told you about, Sergeant Sochi. He did not speak English when he first came here. And yet he went back to Italy, his homeland, as my father did. They fought for not Italy, they fought for the United States of America. And my daddy taught me that, taught me the greatness of this country and the whole ethnic fabric and texture of the country. So the patriotism came from my father, but giving back really, because I was pretty much a spoiled brat.
Were you, Joe?
Oh,
Really?
the baby boomers. We're all whiny, spoiled a little bit.
So cute,
What a bit. Except for the baby boomers who fought in Vietnam, like I didn't have the privilege of doing. These guys they're kick butt. The rest of us were whiny little baby boomers, So I met a guy named Raymond Chambers, Wall Street icon, who gave up business to dedicate his life to giving back to others. So that's why I talked to you today, proud to be the spokesperson for the Boys and Girls Clubs of New Jersey and work with my mission for the last 25 years has been helping at-risk children. Because there, but for the grace of God, go all of us,
Absolutely, 100%. I know you're also into the martial arts, like being physically fit and mentally fit and things.
Yeah.
How did that passion start for you?
My brother always was in the martial arts, and then when I did a Miller Lite commercial years ago, and I had some of the big boys, the big stunt guys in Hollywood, Stephen Lambert, some of these top stunt guys really virtually took it very seriously. Joe, you're going to be like a Bruce Lee character? Well, then we're going to teach you how to do it. Then I went from there to fighting Chuck Norris. And you don't know martial arts until you get beat up by Chuck Norris. Because I tell you, all the kids that were younger, they go, "Hey, Joe Piscopo, man." They go, "Hi, how are you?" They go, "You got your butt kicked by Chuck Norris, man." Yeah, that was me. And it's an honor that I got my butt kicked by Chuck Norris. So, yeah, martial arts is great.
And is there going to be a rematch between you and Chuck?
No, not now, man. I'll give up before I step onto the mat with Chuck, man.
Well, we thank you for being here tonight, and I know that laughter saves lives really does matter, and so it's nice that you spent a little time with us tonight, and wishing you the best of luck, and break a leg.
Thank you.
Break two.
We'll have some fun. God bless, girl. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, stay tuned for more on Live It Up. You kid. Okay, so we're in front of this red truck because you said you were a firefighter.
I used to be a volunteer firefighter, yes. That's how I got involved with Laughter Saves Lives. John and I were doing a show together. He is a retired city firefighter. I was a volunteer firefighter. We were both comedians. We hit it off, and we've been working together ever since.
Excellent. And growing up, who taught you how to be philanthropic?
Growing up, philanthropic?
Yeah, who taught you to give back? Anybody said, hey, you know what, this person lost their job, we should make them dinner, stuff like that?
My mother, I think, and I think I'd also seen people being philanthropic.
That's a big long word, right?
It's a long word.
I know, that's
for
a Scrabble word.
That's an SAT word, isn't it? So I guess I saw people giving back to the community, baseball players and other people, and that's pretty much, I guess, how I learned it.
Excellent. So you thought if you told a few jokes, you could raise some money and it would go to needy families,
Yep.
and then it would make you feel good.
Yep. So originally when I first started working with John, it was a lot of firefighter charities, and as a former firefighter, that worked pretty well. So
I do dinner theater for the firefighters. That's always a lot of fun.
that's always a lot of fun. Yeah, firemen do have the best recipes.
And I didn't realize this because, I'm just a girl from St. Louis, Missouri, but the guys were throwing quarters on the ground, and I didn't understand that they wanted me to bend over and pick them up. That's firehouse joke, right?
Yeah, I had never seen that, but yes,
So should we throw quarters at you? Will you bend over?
I'll bend over, and if it's a quarter, I'll bend over. Unless it's tails, I'm very superstitious.
Yeah. You know what I miss? I miss Kennedy half dollars. Why does nobody carry a Kennedy half dollar anymore? They're saving it, thinking it's going to increase in value.
I guess so. I mean, I have a lot of them, and I know that they're worth at least 50 cents.
There you go. At least, right?
At least.
So I heard that you do a fairly good, kind of Trump kind of thing. Is he appearing tonight with you?
I am absolutely going to do Donald Trump, and I do Donald Trump better than anybody, believe me. And it's going to be terrific, and it's going to be unbelievable, and this show is huge. Okay, a lot of people. And they're all here to see me because I'm terrific. and we're going to do fantastic. I normally don't talk to the media, but you seem like you're a nice person. I don't like the media, but you're terrific.
This is the real news.
This is the real news, not the fake news. And the cameraman is terrific. I love the camera people, the sound people. These are terrific people.
And I will tell you, I am very patriotic, and I am a huge fan of the United States of America, and I do respect our president because he is the president. But we're having a little fun here tonight, and that's what it's about, right? Just playfulness and silliness. It's going to be a great night.
I do a lot of different presidents, and I do them all non-politically. It's all satire.
All living? Any dead ones?
I do everybody since Nixon. So I can do Barack Obama.
Wait, let me try.
Oh, you want Nixon? Oh, I can do Nixon. But there's not a lot of demand for Nixon. Now, there's Barack Obama. I do Bill Clinton. I do George Bush.
Wow.
A lot of folks.
Hey, I'm impressed. That's not
Thank
so
you.
bad. All right, where can people find you when you're not hanging out with John?
Oh, Tony Soprano, and I also do The Sopranos, so you're going to see a lot of different people.
Oh, what, we getting people in the peanut gallery now, like culling it out? All right, okay. Oh, wait, who do you want? Oh, yeah, Jackie Robinson? No, he doesn't do that one. Wait, who? Yeah,
Sometimes I
Madonna?
forget. I forget things, and I need to be reminded. Is that a sin?
So I do all The Sopranos. You're going to see a lot of different voices tonight.
Oh, congratulations. I'm glad
Thank
that
you.
you're able to use your talent to make a difference in
Thank
the
you.
world. So, and I know you guys touring many different cities. It's going to be a big year for you guys, 2017, 2018, 2019. You got big things.
Huge year all over the country. And now we've got that big airplane with the United States of America on the side. It's fantastic. We can fit like 70 comedians in the plane. It's terrific.
It's terrific. And the food, the grubs here, it's pretty good tonight, too. You better
Grub
eat.
is
Yeah,
really good.
you got to
yeah.
eat.
In fact, as soon as we're done, we should probably get over to the food line.
Mac and cheese?
Cameraman
Mac and
included.
cheese? You want some mac and cheese? All right, let's go. Could you please say and spell your name?
My name is Frank Fiella, F as in Frank, Ailla.
Excellent. And tonight you're doing how many minutes?
Probably about 5 minutes.
Excellent. And how did you get blessed to be on the dais tonight?
Well, I met John, say about a year and a half ago. I retired from the NYPD, and I was looking to get involved in a charity. I had also just completed the stand-up university comedy class. So I reached out to John, and he put me on one of his shows, and from there we've kind of forged a friendship and a mission to do what we can for Laughter Saves Lives.
I'm a graduate of that stand-up university.
Really?
Yeah. Shh. Not many people know, but it's true.
Well, now we know.
Now we know.
So now you gotta
Peter
tell us a
Bales,
joke.
Rich
Yeah.
Walker.
Yeah, so now I got to do to you what everyone does to me. Tell me a joke.
Yeah, tell me a joke. All right, I will. Here, what's this?
What?
It's this, but it's dead.
Oh. It's like, what's this, a brain eater? What's it doing?
Starving to death. Yeah, exactly. I spent $500 getting my hair done, dude. No, I'm just joking.
That's great.
But usually, Rosanna Amador does my hair, and John Magaris Studios. Who does your hair?
Right, that would be Robert, the Russian barber around the corner from my house.
I like it. Shout out to Robert. So tonight's a big night. What made you decide to be philanthropic in your journey?
I've always been very service-oriented. I was a volunteer fireman. I worked for New York City EMS and in the police department. And having seen so much stuff that wasn't so good, you realize that the world just needs people to do something for each other. It's the only way we're all we have on this rock, and that's what we need to do is help each other out.
Yeah, we've got to be neighborly to one another and help out our brothers and sisters. And, it's like tonight's such a beautiful night because you can see that long-time friendships are being made here.
Yes, you see a lot of friends, and you can just feel the energy. People are happy to be here, and in gratitude to the vets. Otherwise, none of us would be here doing this. But you can really the energy here is really great.
Excellent. And what's your first joke about? You don't have to tell me the joke. You could just tell me the topic.
It's the police department.
Excellent. And how many years were you in?
20 years.
There you go. And they say that to people in jail, too. How many years were you in, right?
Yes, that's right. And marriage.
How many years have you been married?
Just about 20 now.
There you go. But I heard it's a lifetime sentence for you.
It is. It is.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more on Live It Up.
Great thing. It looks like. I mean, you could literally shoot a movie with that.
I know.
Looks like a
It makes
World
me
War
want to
II
sing
kitchen.
Boogie Woogie Boogie Boy.
Yeah.
Boogie
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 Boogie.
Boogie.
I can't even speak because I'm next to Scott Baker. I was going to say Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Oh, there, I got it out. Company B.
Company
Right?
B. Yes, absolutely.
The Andrews
Company
sisters.
Baker.
Company
Yeah,
Baker.
Company.
Baker.
Baker Company. That's a company.
It is.
Yeah.
Baker
of
Baker.
bakers. Of bakers.
Butcher Baker Candlestick Maker. And who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing them all.
Okay, there you go.
I play them all. That's the way I do it. I'm ambidextrous.
There are no small parts, only big parts.
It's always about size with you women.
So tonight, here we are at this great event, and the money is going to a worthwhile cause.
Yes.
And I know you used to be a former police officer.
Yeah, NYPD, and this is going to all the first responders that have either gotten sick on the job or gotten hurt. People don't realize that when, say, a volunteer fireman in Iowa gets hurt and he loses his job because he breaks his leg, he needs money to pay his mortgage and stuff, and that's what we're here for, you know, to help all the people, give a little thank you, or disabled veterans that are having a little bit extra trouble that the government maybe doesn't pick up or something like that, get back on their feet, reacclimated. So it's really a good cause, and I tell you, John did a great job doing all this.
And what a fun venue. I mean,
it's awesome.
this isn't like a set where these are props. These are actual vehicles that were used in the service and in the military, and there's like a real tank here.
Yeah, and they're all operational. They brag about that. So me and you will steal one later. I mean, borrow one.
Oh, yeah. Chicka, chicka, meow, meow. I mean, they do have some really big back seats, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
And the bells are ringing. The bells are ringing. How much fun can you have with that fire bell, Scott? I don't know.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely. All I need is a fire pole and we're all set.
There you go. Were you a pole dancer back in the day? Okay,
what do you mean back in the day? I'm still doing it. Someone's got to pay for this uniform. $20 is $20, Drake.
There's all different types of comedy tonight.
Yeah.
You know, one comic does self-deprecation. What would you consider your style of comedy? What are you going to be doing tonight?
Well, it's like a whose line is it anyway type, and we've been doing it for like 10 years, and it's all off the cuff, and we get the audience involved. Everything we do, we go into the audience, we bring the audience on the stage, or we do it in the audience, and it's all off the cuff, and it's just a lot of fun. Excellent. So that's really what it's about, is we don't make fun of, but we have fun with, and we include everybody, so it's a lot of fun to do.
And you know, here we are, and it's a Saturday night, so even I'm letting my hair down tonight and being a little silly, being a little playful, you know, making some off-color jokes, but it's all good.
You're always silly and playful. You're like the best interviewer. It's like an honor to be interviewed by you. I've seen your laundry list of stars that you've interviewed, and now I can say I made the Donna Drake interview list.
Scott Baker. Okay, I'm going to put you on the homepage tonight. It's happening. Scott Baker in big lights. I guess I'm going to have to put John up there, too.
John who?
All right, stay tuned for more on Live It Up. With us now is Amy Freeze. How are you?
Terrific. I'm so excited. Looking forward to tonight.
Now, as a meteorologist, I have to ask you, did the name come first and then you became a meteorologist, or were you a meteorologist and then you took the name?
Well, I was born this way, so Freeze is my last name. My dad is Mr. Freeze. I've heard all the jokes that go along with that. I have sisters. They have, you know, their children call me Annie Freeze. It's the whole line of jokes for sure, but my name really led me into becoming a meteorologist.
That's very cool. And I'm Donna Drake, and I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and we didn't have Drake's Cakes. But I cannot tell you how many people are like, Drake's Cakes, double D, ha ha ha, Drake's Cakes.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Somehow, you know, there's a whole science to it. It's called nominative determinism. Your name determines your life or your occupation.
I agree with that. You know, like Johnny Tall should be selling, like, you know, tall things like ladders. I don't know.
Good stuff, good stuff.
So tonight's a very special night, and I found out that you've been involved with this organization for a while now.
Well, once John ropes you in, the resistance is futile and you're on board for life. But the amazing thing is that he's always involved in a cause that you want to be a part of. So it's really a worthwhile venture to come here, not only tonight to salute the troops, but just to be there for those who are in service of us. You know, a lot of times we take for granted the freedoms that we have. We take for granted the blessings that we enjoy, but there's somebody that's paid the price all along the way.
100%. And you came from a military family. You have people that have been in the service, and you're also a firefighter family.
Absolutely. My grandfathers both served. My grandfather Freeze, my grandpa Freeze, was an air traffic controller in Germany, and then my grandpa Gurley on my mother's side was also in the Navy. And two of my uncles were firemen. One was a battalion chief, and the other was a captain. So we definitely have that lineage of service in our family and have a lot of respect for it.
Now, I know you're doing some emceeing tonight, and we were thinking maybe you were going to do some comedy, but after you've been around this, Amy, I think maybe you could do a stand-up class. Are you feeling it?
You know what? I did one time a stand-up routine in Chicago for charity at Zany's. It was the most difficult thing I've ever done. So I'm going to leave most of the jokes to everyone else.
And I bet it's on YouTube, because YouTube has everything. Go ahead, Google it. I know you want to go to YouTube right now and find her. Well, I thank you for being here, and weather's looking good tonight. What do you think?
It's my pleasure to be here. No freeze tonight. It's really comfortable, and I think it's going to be smooth sailing from here on out, heading into spring.
Excellent. Spring has begun. There's Mr. Sunshine right now. Stay tuned for more on Live It Up. Okay, so usually when I interview you, you're sitting.
Yes.
But tonight I decided to come up to where you are
Right.
instead of you
It feels
coming down
nice.
to me. It does feel nice.
It's a nice change.
I kind of like this.
It's
How
a nice
tall?
change.
How tall are we now?
You're right now. You're about 6'6". You're right up to my. You're
Nice.
pretty much eye level.
Wow, this
like
is a
it.
first. This is a first time for me. This is
Yeah.
awesome. So here we are tonight. We're here with John Larocchia. Is it a friend of yours? Did you like him or
John
something?
Larocchia?
Yeah. How did you?
I love John Larocchia.
Okay.
Especially like when I first started doing comedy, he would give me a lot of stage time as a new guy. You know, a guy like 1 year in comedy, he was throwing me up on these kind of shows, which was really exciting.
And this is a packed house tonight.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here. Do you know friends of yours that are veterans or people that are in the? Well, you were in the police officer for a little while, right?
I was for a little while. My dad was in the Marine Corps. So is this like this is Army?
It's Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's first
What a
responders.
great place to start. Remember that commercial? What a great place to start.
I just know Uncle Sam like we want you. We want you
it's like
to
you
show
live-
me the way. Oh, I think that's something else. Right?
You live on Long Island, you don't realize all this stuff is here. I haven't been to this restoration village since elementary school. We went on a field trip.
Yeah, Bethpage Restoration Village, right?
Great.
And so tonight, this is cool because these are real tanks, Chris. This is like, the real deal. Like a Sherman tank here.
No, there's firearms behind us.
I know. I can shoot skeet. Did you ever shoot skeet before? I think those
No.
are like those clay discs that go.
Oh, that looks like fun. I've done it on Atari. I've done it on Atari. I've never.
How about Pong? Pong. Are you good at Pong?
I'm pretty good at Pong.
So I was asking all the other comics, what type of comedy are they doing? Some people do impressions. How about you? Are you more of a situational comic-calness?
Yeah, I think
What do you call that? What do you say? I don't know. Headlines? What do you do?
I do more of. I just talk about what I know. Make fun. I talk about being married. Talk about my family, and things that bother me, things that annoy me.
What's annoying you lately? Your underwear too
Annoying me
tight or no?
lately.
Underwear's good?
My underwear's fine,
Okay.
thank you. What annoys me lately? I was just talking on the way here how I'm wondering what the kids today. When I say kids, I mean let's say young adults in their 20s, what they're going to say to their children. Like, you kids don't know what it was like to manually type an email, And
I get that joke. That's cute.
I may try that tonight.
That'll work. I think that's going to go over big here tonight.
Oh, it's genius.
I know. One of the things you talk about, too, is like transportation. And do you still live out in Ronkonkoma?
Yes, I'm in Ronkonkoma. Ronkonkoma.
Oh, yeah, Ron Coca. Are you coming this year to do the charity softball game with me?
Yes, every year. I wouldn't miss it.
I know. I like that, right? Raising funds. And that's what we're really here doing here tonight. So all of the money that they raise tonight, Chris, is going to people that are in need. A lot of times
Right.
there's volunteer firefighters. They get hurt on the job. They're losing their houses. So John decided he wanted to start this so that that wouldn't happen, so that people
Right.
could raise money to make a difference.
Good thing.
It is a good thing.
Good thing.
And good things are happening for you lately.
Yeah. With the Kevin Coach got renewed, so I'm excited about that. And
They signed you up for another season.
another season.
And now you have a name, because when I first interviewed you, you didn't have a name, remember? Or did you not have a first name? It's just Mott,
I still don't know what my first name is. It says Mott on the script.
right?
Meanwhile, my wife has a first name. My kids, I'm like, all right, I'm just Mott.
And your real wife is so lovely.
Great.
Oh my God, she's so great.
So great. She's been so supportive.
And is she here tonight?
No, she's home.
Oh, okay.
She's home with the puppies.
Okay. And it was Puppy Day, International Puppy Day the other
Yeah.
day. Is it international? Just if it's not international, it should be international. It should be global. It should be Universal Puppy Day.
It should be. It
Puppies
should
on
be.
Mars.
Hey, that's Joe Piscopo.
Yeah. Have you worked with him before?
No, I always wanted to meet him.
Oh wait, hold on a second. They're singing the national anthem. We're pausing for this. One moment, please.